Hello, fellow Americans. You are on the YouTube channel Common Constitutionalism, and I am Mitch. I talk about issues in our government, the erosion of our culture, the minimizing of our way of life, and the disregard for our Constitution. Keep your conservative voices active. Subscribe to this channel and listen as I talk about issues we are facing in our country and government. Visit my website, commonconstitutionalism.com. Enjoy reading my conservative blogs, and if you like them, maybe throw in a donation. While on commonconstitutionalism.com, go ahead and shop at the Sage Novelty Shop, where you will find shirts which feature our very own unique conservative political memes and captions. Display your conservative beliefs with pride. These items send a clear message without saying a word, or if you prefer, you can use them as a conversation starter. Come join my Facebook group, Common Constitutionalism, for discussions of topics, sharing of ideas, and interacting with others just like yourself who are proud to be Americans. This time I want to talk about the Democrats' fake charges on Trump filling the Supreme Court vacancy. When it comes to President Trump's right to replace the empty Supreme Court justice spot vacated by the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the left is having terrible childish tantrums on the subject. They are threatening everything from burning the entire system to the ground to packing the Supreme Court with liberal progressive judges. The liberals are even considering expanding the court from 9 judges to as many as 15 as soon as they gain power of the White House and Senate. There are 4 steps the Democrats in Congress are looking to take immediately whenever they gain the White House and Senate majority. It is a scary agenda indeed. To think that any government leaders of the United States would be so willing to destroy America in order to be in power is hard to believe. When Democrats put their agenda into gear, it will take less than a year to complete. Once it is done, they will have set the federal government up in a way that the left would almost guarantee they will have absolute power. The agenda would be to tear down our republic and immediately replace it with an oligarchy form of government. The steps the Democrats are threatening, which I believe they have every intention of carrying out, their agenda requires them to control the White House and Senate. Number 1, eliminate the Senate's filibuster rule. Why? Because the filibuster rule requires a supermajority of 60 votes to end debate on an issue in the Senate for it to go to vote. Without it, simple majority of 51 votes is all that's needed. Issues like abolishing the Electoral College, packing the Supreme Court, and granting statehood could be done by simple majority. Number 2, pack the Supreme Court with far-left liberal justices. Why? Because with the filibuster gone, their president will start nominating justices and the Senate will confirm them. They will control the Supreme Court, 10 liberal justices to 5 conservatives. We would never have conservative policies upheld in the court again. 3 would be granting statehood to Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico. Why? Because Democrats believe D.C. and Puerto Rico would guarantee them the extra senators that would give them the Senate majority forever. The capital city of our nation will become a state. And 4 would be abolish the Electoral College. Now, personally, I do not think they will eliminate the Electoral College. Why? Because ratifying the first 2 issues, then giving D.C. and Puerto Rico statehood, they would wrap up the Electoral College forever, so why bother? So I would say the left's whole agenda is to pack the Senate, pack the Supreme Court, and pack the Electoral College. Yes, it's a very scary agenda indeed. Accomplishing these simple steps, the Democrats will have us joining the present day oligarchies like Russia, China, and Iran, to name a few. The Constitution allows for the sitting president to nominate a replacement to fill the vacated Supreme Court position. History has given about 17 Supreme Court justices in the last year of a sitting president's term. So Trump is well within his rights to fill the vacancy. Do not doubt for a second that if the present situation was reversed and the Democrats had the White House and Senate right now, they would absolutely confirm a justice to fill the vacancy. It is called consequence of elections. They happen every 2 years in Congress and every 4 years in the White House. The liberals are claiming that the Republicans are being hypocritical. They are saying that the Senate denied President Obama a chance to nominate and have a Senate hearing to confirm a justice in 2016, the last few months of his term. Therefore, they say President Trump should not be able to fill the vacated seat now. There's a big difference between Obama's situation in 2016 and Trump's situation right now in 2020. Obama was at the end of his second term. He could not ever be president again, and the Senate majority was not the same as his party. In President Trump's case, he is running for re-election, and the Senate majority is of his same party. Constitutionally, it is set up that it is up to the Senate to decide when they will have a confirmation hearing, one of the consequences of elections. History has also shown that when a president is in the last year of his term and he has a Senate that is controlled by his same party, that nominee is confirmed 80% of the time. However, when the president has a Senate that is controlled by the party not the same as his, then the nominee is only confirmed 20% of the time. The difference is that it used to be accepted when the election was done and the votes were counted, it was over. Just live with the outcome and work harder to do better the next time. I believe it all began in 2000 when Al Gore took the presidential election against Bush to the Supreme Court over Florida's results. The Democrats never did get over that. In fact, to this day, they still say President Bush stole the election. Since then, I think with each election cycle, the liberals became more and more defiant. They have moved further and further left. They are now so obvious in their agenda and so biased in their opinions. There is no middle ground anymore. No longer the common goal of what is best for America. With the radical new breed takeover of the Democrat Party, there is a hate America mentality that has divided our country like never before. This Marxist fascist ideology's purpose is to destroy the Constitution, burn down the system, and fundamentally change the United States of America. Their approach now is a win at any cost process. They are willing to destroy America to get the power they so deeply desire. The slow dragging reopening of the economy, the mask mandates, the chaos and anarchy they allowed to continue, keeping schools closed, liquor stores and marijuana shops deemed essential, while refusing churches even outdoor services. Destruction of the First Amendment. Unless you agree with them, then it's okay. Abolish the Second Amendment. The media's extreme left bias making news a weapon. The local, state, and federal governments' unrelenting political division and the obvious agenda to remove Trump from office only so they can gain their power back. This all clearly shows that Democrats are willing to create phony evidence, spread propaganda, break the law, lie, cheat, mislead, and buy anything to gain back power. It all clarifies to me that the liberals know they cannot win the presidential election in an honest, upfront, out in the open style election. So they are willing to do as they have said, burn it all down. I believe the Marxist fascist left knew there would be a loss of followers from their Black Lives Matter and Antifa Democrat-controlled anarchist strategy. However, they were willing to lose some votes to break the will of the Trump base. The left has believed for 4 years if they created enough problems, they could they could put enough doubt in the Trump followers. They could either have him removed from office or destroy his chance to get reelected. They failed on both counts. The fact is, they have stoked the fire. The Democrats' misguided and miscalculated approach, I believe, will prove to be a poor decision, one that will hopefully backfire on them. I can see how the 4 years of propaganda, fake news, political bias, lies, and destructive agenda will give Trump more support than ever before. Do you think the left will ever accept that it was their actions and their choices that created the Trump Express in the first place? Also, it is their continued push to tear down America that keep making the Trump Express stronger and stronger. The Democrat politicians are no longer capable of being honest. They have acted in these above the law and dishonest policies for so long. Now it has become their trademark. They know better than anyone President Trump is well within his right to fill the Supreme Court vacancy. All their chatter is no more than a bunch of their dishonest and misleading agenda to stop President Trump from being successful in his presidential capacity. Their aim, when they gain power of the federal government, is to pack the court with so many liberal progressive judges that even if Republicans were able to later reel it back in, the damage would be irreparable, because by that time they would have the Constitution shredded so completely that we would be unable to restore it. Cast your vote on November 3rd and help keep America, America. Vote conservative. Thank you. Let's see what we can accomplish here. My aim is to create a loyal following so I can continue bringing awareness to these kinds of issues. We will talk about issues in our government, the erosion of our culture, the minimizing of our way of life, and the disregard for our Constitution. I would appreciate you all exploring, donating, subscribing, joining, and shopping on my sites. You will see them displayed at the beginning and the end of the videos. Until next time, this is Common Constitutionalism, and I am Mitch. Thank you, America.